Hi, welcome to the second week of kindergarten. You have already learned so many things, and this week we get to learn even more. So sit up straight and tall and be ready. We are going to start with saying our letter sounds. It is important that we know our letter sounds so that we can read and write. It's important that we read and write so that we can read all of those wonderful books, so that we can write to other people and talk to them through writing. So here we go. Listen first and then say a, aw, a, aw, b, b, k, s, k, s, d, d, e, e, g, j, g, j, I, j, j, k, k, o, mm, a, o, oo, a, o, oo, p, p, qu, qu, r, r. You can also say z, s, z, t, t, a, u, a, u, w, w, x, x, y, I, y, I, z, z. Good job. How are you doing? Do you feel like you're learning those? Are you saying them every day? Very important that you say them every single day so that you learn them. Do you remember our letter parts from last week? Do you remember the circle part? Where does the circle part start? 2 on the clock. Good job. And remember, we go up and around. Our tall, straight down line starts at the top and goes straight down. Our short, straight down line starts in the middle of our space and goes straight down. Our short, straight down line that gets to go below the baseline. This is the only letter part that gets to go below the baseline. And then we have the diagonal line and the horizontal line. This week, we are going to use these letter parts and write some letters. So while you're watching this video, I just want you to use your finger and we're going to write them in the air. But then later, try writing them on a piece of paper. Or maybe you want to get some rice and write it. Or if you have a dry erase marker, you can go in and write on a mirror, but make sure you get your parents' permission first. That's very important. Okay, so here we go. Here's our letter parts that we're going to use. I'm going to again make a top line, and I'm going to make a baseline so that we can see what they are. The first letter that we're going to learn to write is A. Our A says A, ah. Our A is made with a circle part and a short straight down line. When we write our A, we do not pick up our pencil. It stays on the paper the whole time. So I want you to watch really, really closely. We start at 2 on the clock. Oh, it's a short letter. Did I tell you that? It's a short letter. Start at 2 on the clock. Go up and around, sitting on the baseline, back to the 2, and then straight to the baseline. Did you see I never picked up my pencil or my chalk? That's what you need to do. So let's try. Start at 2 on the clock. Go up and around, back to the 2, and straight down. Now, when we write our letters, it's a good idea to say the sounds as we're writing them. So let's try it. Find your 2 on the clock. Here we go. A, aw. Good job. Okay, the next letter we're going to learn to write is the letter C. The letter C says k, s. Our letter C uses the circle part, but not all of it. So let's look really close at how we do this. We're going to start at 2 on the clock. We're going to go up and around and stop at 4 on the clock. Pretty cool, huh? So you see it's not quite a whole circle. It stops. So start at 2 on the clock. Go up and around and stop at that 4 on the clock. Good job. Now, let's say the sound as we write it. Here we go. Fingers out. K, s. Good job. All right. We know how to write our A. We know how to write our C. Let's try our letter D. Our letter D uses the circle part and a tall, straight down line. Again, our pencil stays on our paper the whole time that we're writing our D. Our D says D. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with the circle part. Start at 2 on the clock. Go up and around, back to the 2, and then we're going to go up, 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 but don't bump our heads, and go straight down to the baseline. That's how we do our D. Here we go. Your turn. Fingers out. Start at 2 on the clock. We're going to make our circle. Go up, up, up to the top, but don't bump your head, and then straight down to the baseline. Good job. That is our D. Let's say it as we write it. So fingers ready. Here we go. D. Way to go. What good writers you are. I'm proud of you. The last letter we're going to learn to write this week is our letter F. Our F says F. Our F is a tall letter. That means it's going to use all of the space, and we're going to start at the top. Our F uses a little bit of the circle, a tall straight down line, and a horizontal line. All right, so watch close. We're going to start at 2 on the clock. Go up and around, and then straight down to the baseline, and then a little horizontal line. That is our F. What does our F say? F. Good job. Okay, start at 2 on the clock. Go up and then straight down. And then horizontal line. Did you see that we got to pick up our pencil? When we got down to the bottom, we have to pick it up to make that horizontal line. That is pretty special. What do we say as we write the letters? We say their sounds. So let's try it again. Let's write it and say F. Here we go. F. Good job. Okay, so this week You're going to try your ah, 2 on the clock, up and around and straight down to the baseline. The k, starting at 2 on the clock, up and around, stop at the 4. Our d, start at 2 on the clock, go up and around, go up, 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 and straight down to the baseline. And our F, tall letters, start at 2 on the clock, go up and around, straight down, and then horizontal line. Good job. Once you learn how to write these letters, there are 2 words that you can write and read with these letters. Maybe you want to try writing them this week and drawing a picture. Ooh, look at the first one that we can read. D, a, d. Dad. Could you write the word dad and then maybe draw a picture of your dad? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? All right, let's try this one. Ad. Fad. Let's try this word. Sad. Sad. Add. Mad. Add. Pad. Good job reading. Give yourselves a pat on the back. You did a fantastic job. Okay, so this week I want you to keep reading lots and lots and lots of words and practice writing these letters for me. All right, good job. We'll see you later.